Okay. The second piece, the search, the origin story search. Now, in retrospect, where you're sitting right now, you may not realize that you were searching, but having the perspective now, looking back, it's like, I was in search mode, right? And so hopefully that goes like, oh, wow. So for me, the search literally became a search in terms of looking for sacred locations. I didn't know that in my head at the time. But then because the job I had, at Accenture, I was traveling all over the world. And so I remember with Jackie, that Kazaya knows, that we were in Istanbul. And I was like, I love this. I need to come back to Istanbul. I remember lodging that in my head as I need to come back to Istanbul. Now, I didn't connect it to this is going to be one of the sacred sites I do for my wisdom council. That wasn't in my brain. But I was like, this place is amazing. I want to come to, and we were there for a day. And I was like, I've just scratched the surface of this place. I need to come back. So Istanbul became a thing. On that same trip, we went to Stonehenge. We walked around Stonehenge. And I was like, I got to come back to places like this, to Stonehenge. So that got lodged in there. Did I think that was going to be a wisdom council location? Not in my brain. But I was gathering information. This is a part of the search. And then it becomes that. Does this making sense for folks about where you're at with this, with your origin story? And then we went to Lisbon. And I don't know if you've been to Lisbon, Portugal, but it's a seaside town, and you can smell the fish in the streets, and it's just like, and it's up and down. It's like, wow, this is a great place. I lodged that. I need to get back to Lisbon sometime. Chartres, France. I walked on a labyrinth in Chartres, France. These are maybe these are indications of where Wisdom Council is going to be in the future. But the thing is, I was logging these places in my head. Then when Wisdom Council became real, I was like, I already have I've been searching for 15 years now. Okay, is this making sense for folks? Okay, take 20 seconds. What's the search been look like? This could be a 10-year search for you, or Paul, 30 years, depending on like what your story is, right? So write down some notes about what that search looks like, or has looked like. Good, you got it. Okay, this is great.